This is Theo here, and welcome back to Lesson 3 here on Free Code Camp. Responsive Web Design Certification, Applied Accessibility. We're on Lesson 3. So this first exercise is improving a form field accessibility with a label element. So you can go ahead and read about all this, but the label tag wraps the text for a specific form control item. Usually the name or label for a choice. This ties meaning to the item and makes the form more readable. The for attribute on a label tag explicitly associates the label with the form control. Okay, so the value of the for attribute must be the same as the value of the ID attribute, right? So those match up. So this has to be name. Cool. So Campercat expects a lot of interest in his thoughtful blog post and wants to include an email sign-up form. Add a for attribute on the email label. Okay. So we want to add a for attribute right here. And it needs to match this ID right here of email. Cool. Let's go ahead and run that. Good to go. All right. Number 2, wrap radio buttons in a field set element for better accessibility. So the field set tag surrounds the entire grouping of radio buttons. To achieve this, it often uses a legend tag to provide a description for the grouping, which is read by screen readers for each choice in the field set element. The field set wrapper and legend tag are not necessary when the choices are self-explanatory, like a gender selection. Using a label with the for attribute for each radio button is sufficient. And it shows us an example. So this is Campercat wants information about the ninja level of his users when they sign up for his email list. He's added a set of radio buttons and learned from our last lesson to use the label tags with for attributes. However, his code still needs some help. Change the div tag surrounding the radio buttons to a field set. So what we're going to do is we're going to write a field set. Right. We can sort of see the style that it gave it, right? What did it do? It actually gave it, this padding, right? Which you can sort of see. It gave it this margin, and it also gave it this border of silver, which is, again, kind of nice. And it also, this is the style from our style sheet, but it also defined some of these things, right? It defined the border. So, cool. All right, let's go ahead and run that. And what else do we need to do? Change the p tag inside to a legend. Okay, so I need to do that as well. Legend. And legend. And let me just confirm that. So now it sort of put that right there in the groove. And what did it do with the legend? This is what it did. You give it a box sizing, a border box, display of table, max width 100%, padding 0, white space normal, and it defined all of these rules in here. So cool. All right. Nice. Let's go ahead and run our tests. Good to go. Number 3, add an accessible date picker. Cool. So you can go ahead and read about all this. Here's an example. Here's the type of date, and what we want to do is add an input type tag with type of date, and we want to add a ID of pick date and name attribute of date and self-closing, and we can sort of see that we indeed have ourselves a nice little date picker right there. So it's pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and run that. Good to go. Number 4, standardized times with the HTML5 date time attribute. Okay, so a valid format of the date is held by the date time attribute. This is the value accessed by assistive devices. It helps avoid confusion by stating a standardized version of the time, even if it's written in an informal or colloquial manner in the text. Here's an example, date time. So Campercat's Mortal Kombat survey results are in. Wrap a time tag around the text. Alright, so what we want to do is go ahead and your time tag should be wrapped around the text. Where is it? Thursday. Am I missing something? Oh, here we go. So, cool. And what we want to do is wrap time. I've actually never used this one, time. And then it should have the attribute of date time, right? and this is just going to format it. So this is kind of cool, actually. Should be set to a value of, I wonder if we do this date, year. That doesn't do anything. Okay, so 2016, 9/15. And make sure your time element has a closing time tag. Time tag should be wrapped around. Oh, it needs to be wrapped around all of this. And it needs to go all the way to. And did I miss something? I think. Cool, I think we got it. Time has a closing element. Date time. And yeah, I messed up something right there. Cool. Alright, good to go. Number 5 is make elements only visible to screen reader by using custom CSS. So here's an example of a rule that accomplishes this. So the table already has a screen reader only class, but the CSS rules aren't filled in yet. Give the position absolute, okay? So we give it absolute. I don't know why we just don't display none on everything, but okay. Left a negative. And 10,000, all right. And then width of height plus 1 pixels, 1 pixels. And so go ahead and run that. Good to go. Alright guys, so that was it for lesson 3. Next time in lesson 4, we'll be moving on to applied accessibility and improving readability with high contrast text. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to check out the courses I linked to in the description box about learning React to JavaScript. I do get a cut. They're great courses on Udemy. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.